Humans in the Loop. This is part 6 of a 14-part series on AI use sophistication. Imagine you are a manager at a technology company and a new college graduate joins your team. Immediately, you give her a task, but neglect to give her any managerial oversight. Things are going to go astray. No professional will ever do that, of course. As a parent raising four teenage daughters, I would always strive to give them as much freedom as possible, but not too much where they can get into some serious trouble. When more trust is earned, more freedom results. When trust is violated, freedom is restricted. In many ways, working with AI agents is similar to working with a new hire and with a teenager. We need appropriate oversight. Additionally, we need to constantly evaluate how much freedom is appropriate. I like the way Wang put this. What if instead of thinking of automation as a removal of human involvement from a task, we imagine it as a selective inclusion of human participation? I would like for you to think about three different types of agents collaborating on a single problem. We're going to start with a human agent. And the strength of a human agent is going to be their social awareness, their ability to interact with the physical world, their understanding of ethical issues, and of course, their raw creativity. But the weaknesses, well, we tend to be biased, we tend to get bored, we often lack precision, we're kind of slow, and when extreme complexity rears its ugly head, we often fall a little short. Okay, so now we'll talk about software agents. And these have extreme precision and extreme speed. It costs them very little to do very complex problems. They can handle complexity far greater than humans. They can memorize facts in a superhuman way, and they can trace their responses back to the original data from which they came. But the weakness is they lack creativity. They can't handle unexpected things. The training cost, namely programming, is prohibitively high, and they lack the ability for comprehension. So now let's take a look at AI agents. They are very good at comprehension. They can recognize patterns that are far too subtle for humans or software agents to do. They can deal with very messy data. They can learn, and they have extreme patience. The disadvantages is often there's less determinism. If you give the same problem twice, they're not likely to give the same solution, whereas software agents will. They can relate ethical issues, but they don't understand ethical issues. And the same is true with emotion. And they're as bad at memorizing as humans. Agent management is the process of taking a large problem and delegating pieces of it to human agents, software agents, or AI agents according to the various strengths. And with these, we can leverage the strengths of each without being burdened by the weaknesses of each. In other words, the whole is far greater than the sum of the parts. Perhaps Norley puts it best. The conversation around AI agents needs to be reset. Rather than signaling the end of human involvement, the rise of agentic AI, especially when anchored by robust knowledge graphs, marks the beginning of a new era of human AI collaboration. Our roles aren't being replaced, they're being elevated. He goes on with the evolution of human in a loop in AI is marked by a shift from the basic oversight to more strategic roles. Initially, humans were involved in routine tasks such as data entry and basic monitoring. Humans are now positioned to focus on strategic thinking, problem solving, and innovation, while AI agents handle repetitive, data intensive tasks. This partnership between humans and AI is expected to unlock a new level of productivity, quality, and growth for organizations.